Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today we're going to continue with Sarah Bombranick's Simple Abundance, 365 Days to a Balanced and Joyful Life. Don't mind Morgan. She's going to try and eat salads, and I'm not going to let her. Anyway, February 20th. The heart is a lonely hunter. When we begin to make authentic choices, we discover our true place in the world for the first time. But this self-knowledge is not easily acquired. It takes tenacity and daring to travel to the darkest interior of oneself. Who knows what we might find there? It does not do to leave a live dragon out of your calculations if you live near him, advises the English fantasy writer J.R.R. Tolkien, author of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Our dragons are our fears, our daily stalkers, our night sweats, fear of the unknown, fear of failing, fear of starting something new and not finishing again, or the real fear, the one that sends shivers up our spines, the fear of succeeding, of becoming our authentic selves and facing the changes that will inevitably bring. We might not be happy with the way we are living now, but at least it's familiar. I want was all she could think about, Carson McCullers wrote in her novel, The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. But just what is this real want? Which she did not know. We don't know where we are headed, and it's very scary. Old dreams are resurrecting, new desires are wooing. Instead of clarity, we feel confused. At moments like this, it is comforting to consider that there is really nothing to fear from self-awareness, because at the end of all our personal exploration, we will be reunited with our own authentic self, the woman who's been missing, not just from the center of our life, but even from its fringes. Women have always known how to deal with dragons hiding under beds or lurking in closets. We turn on the lights and reassure worried souls with love. We need to slay the dragons in our minds the same way. Today, if you feel frightened or unsure about the future, pick up the double-edged sword of light and love. Always remember, it's simply not an adventure worth telling if there aren't any dragons. But as in the best old tales, at the end of your exploring, you will live happily ever after, and the dragons of discouragement will either be slain or tamed. February 21st, a safari of self and spirit. In the summer of 1893, an Englishwoman named Mary Kingsley traveled to the wildest and most dangerous part of the French Congo in search of herself. Both her parents had recently died, and suddenly at the age of 31, Miss Kingsley found herself not only desolate with grief, but bereft of purpose. Her adventures in West Africa changed all that. Several years later, her writings and naturalist discoveries, including the documenting of unknown species of fish and animals, were applauded by the Victorian scientific community. Mary Kingsley was a hunter of a dream, the knowledge of who she really was and her place in the world. So are you. Yet even without encountering the daily dangers she faced, wild animals and deadly diseases, you have embarked upon a heroic adventure as exciting as that of any explorer. Uncovering the source of the Nile or charting the course of the Amazon are outward parallels to the inner journey you are on today, a safari of the self and the spirit. In Africa, to go on safari, the Swahili word for journey, is to leave your accustomed comfort and safety to venture into what for you is wilderness. Each time you listen to the woman within, your authentic self, you do the same. Remind yourself of this often. The grand African forests are like a great library in which, so far, I can do little more than look at the pictures, Mary Kingsley wrote in her explorer's log. Although I am now busily learning the alphabet of their language so that I may someday read what these pictures mean, remember, someday always comes before yesterday. February 22nd, Safari Life. Winter is the dry season in Africa, the time of safaris. We can learn from the dry season in life and from life on safari. You could expect many things of God at night when the campfire burned before the tents, the British-born, Kenyan-raised, pioneering bush pilot and safari guide Beryl Markham confided about safari life. You were alone when you sat and talked with the others, and they were alone. What you say has no ready ear but your own, and what you think is nothing except to yourself. The world is there, and you are here. And these are the only poles, the only realities. You talk, but who listens? You listen, but who talks? The safari of the self and spirit is at times lonely, but we know we are never alone. It is a comfort to realize that this sense of isolation is necessary if we are to encounter mystery, which is very much a part of safari. Each day in the wilderness brings with it the struggle to survive and a heightened awareness of how wonderful it is just to see the sunset and rise again in the morning. Each day on safari is lived to the fullest because it is all that is guaranteed. If only we could learn this lesson as well in our everyday lives. Today, expect many things as you sit around the campfire of your heart. Someone is listening. Someone is talking to you, encouraging you to take that next step as you embrace the mystery of the wilderness within. Expect to have hope rekindled. Expect your prayers to be answered in wondrous ways. The dry season in life do not last. The spring rains will come again. I always love these reminders because we spend a lot of time dwelling on things that haven't come true, that we really wanted to do and never really got around to. All the I wish I want, and some days. Spend time figuring out what it is that you really want to do, what it is that you're meant to do, and make someday a reality. Until tomorrow, I hope you have an amazing and blessed day.